I wanted to confirm there is no state of federal law. There is no state or federal law. Yeah, I think it's or, isn't it? Stating that an employer has to pay out any accrued/earned PTO or vacation. We generally pay it out. I asked in the case where the termination turned out explosive. I asked in this case because the termination turned out to be explosive or has been consistently late, the worker is subpar and causing delays in production, etc. So that's kind of the question. This is sometimes how they come in. Basically, what the question is saying is, do I have to pay out vacation or PTO? They generally pay it out. And they're worried about it being an explosive environment. So Monique, I hope you understand that question. And if so, I'd love to hear your answer.
In the United States, federal law does not require employers to provide paid time off, PTO, or vacation leave. However, if an employer chooses to offer these benefits and they are accrued, earned by the employee, some states may have laws that govern whether accrued PTO or vacation must be paid out upon termination. These laws vary significantly by state. For example, some states mandate that accrued PTO must be paid out upon termination, regardless of the circumstances of termination. Other states allow employers to establish policies on whether accrued PTO will be paid out upon termination, which would typically be outlined in the company's employment policies or employee handbook. In explosive termination situations, or where an employee's performance has been consistently problematic, employers should consult with legal counsel familiar with employment law in their state to ensure compliance with local regulations regarding the payout of accrued PTO or vacation time. This helps mitigate potential legal risks associated with termination.
Oof.
All right.
Wow.
Whoop. That's a lot, Monique. That's
a lot. It is.
But
so,
Burt,
go ahead,
Burt.
That's a good answer, Phil, that Monique gave there. And I would probably do it just a little bit differently, and I would tell the client that there's no requirement under federal law to pay this out. And then my very next question would be, what state are you in? And then I would answer the question.
Right. And in fairness, I didn't give that to Monique. The state in this case, I believe, was Florida. And Florida does not have they follow the federal law in that space. I think what you missed, Monique, right off the bat, and maybe it was just the way I explained it, if I'm going to go back and read the question here, we generally pay it out. I'm going to focus right in on that, Burt. Mm-hmm. What does that mean? You generally pay that out. I want to know more. When have you not paid it out and under what circumstances? Because, Burt, you've taught me over the years one thing: be consistent in your application of policy.
Yeah, we don't want to get ourselves into a different kind of claim by not paying it out. For instance, if we've paid it out every time we've terminated a white employee, and in this situation, the termination involved a black employee, and we don't pay out the vacation or PTO, we might walk ourselves into a race discrimination claim.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know my advice generally is look, if you've done this in the past and you haven't yet not paid someone out because that you have a difficult situation, somebody's mad, somebody's upset, whatever it is, be consistent with the policy, deal with that other stuff another way. And let's talk about how we do that, right? I want to be careful about, site security. Who do I need to notify? How are we going to, if I don't like the policy and we want to change it, let's have that conversation. And how do we put people on notice that we're changing the policy? What should the policy be? Those types of things. And again, sample policies, examples of letters and ways to do that, I think are all important to consider in that. So again, very good answer from Monique, but I'm not sure they're considering all the other experiences that you're going to get from a legal advisor or from the AIM hotline in that case.
Forward our invites. Share the link, aimea.org/thisweekatwork, or follow or subscribe wherever you get your news and entertainment, like LinkedIn, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, We're everywhere you are. And you can be part of the show. Send your questions and comments anytime to info@thisweek.work. We'll see you next week, 7:30 a.m. Central Time, when we discuss what's happening this week at work.